This is Next Century Studios.
Janelle.
Stoney.
What's up?
Nothing. How are you?
Good. I missed you. I'm glad you're here.
Thanks for having me.
Cool. I love to hang out with you.
I like hanging out with you.
I told your husband that on the phone last night.
What'd he say?
He's a little jealous, but he'll get over it.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to introduce you to my friend, Janelle Norton. She's a combat photographer. She's done a lot of stuff with photography, and I thought how really cool it would be to bring you here and talk about just that. You know, how do you do it? Why do you do it? When do you do it? And what the heck got you into it? And I know it's a struggle. I used to love photography, and I guess I could never get the knack. I had the eye, but no mobility. So thank you for coming and hanging out.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it. You make me look good, and that's kind of cool. What, you know, do you have right now? I know you're going through the school thing.
Right now I'm full-time grad student at USF for Strategic Communications Management, so I'm kind of in a career change. But I still shoot. I still love shooting pictures, and I've been doing it since I was 14 when my dad bought me my first camera.
Ah, cool. All right. Tell me about all that. Why?
Why? Gee, I guess I'll start at the beginning. When
Yeah,
my
go
parents asked me why.
Why?
I started shooting, like I said, when I was about 14 for the yearbook. And I gravitated, like most people do, toward the medium. Photography is a really cool thing when you can go out and take pictures of an event and bring them back and show people and get reactions and bring something to people that wouldn't normally have seen that. I think my first experience with that was on Mardi Gras in New Orleans when I went to visit my dad. And I'd left my little town of Sheboygan, Wisconsin, and I'd never seen anything like that before. And I ran around and shot pictures of all this stuff and brought it back and showed my family and friends in Wisconsin. They were just like, wow, that happens there, you know? And it was like that for the rest of my life. I always wanted to bring back things and say, look at what happens here, you know?
I know I've been in a lot of different venues where photographers are important. And I met you at a martial arts event. We have a gathering every year. We have a bunch of guys come in from all over the world, maybe 100 people, 60 to 100, and we just kick the crap out of each other. And the fun thing about that is knives everywhere and live blades, crazy people, and you didn't get hurt. I mean, and the pictures were phenomenal.
Oh, thank
so,
you.
when did you decide to make photography your career?
That was in high school, I knew, and I just always was drawn to...
Never wavered from that?
No. I had, well, my parents sat me down when I was about 18, and they told them I wanted to go to school for it, and they said, it's a really nice hobby, but we need to figure out what your career is going to be, really. And I said, that is my career. So I always stress that to people. If you really, truly believe that you can do something and you want to do it bad enough, you can do it, no matter who tells you you can't. You know, you just have to convince them that you're right and don't waver. And I also had people along the way, like my guidance counselor, Mrs. Ravenhorse. I don't know whatever happened to her. And I was a bad student in school, and she saw that I had that niche with photo, and she liked photo, and she kept me on track. I don't think I would have even graduated if she wouldn't have kept me on that and got me in the yearbook, and, you know.
You know what's interesting? We have so many people in our lives that do that. I mean, whether it's a church or your parents or your siblings or friends or a teacher that will say that one little thing that gets you totally off your dream. I'm in the middle of writing a book now called Dream Stealers, and you're going to help me do the photography for that.
Okay.
And staying focused and on your goal. You had to be brave.
Yeah, you do. You just have to know that it's right for you, and you know when it's right. No matter how many people say you shouldn't do that, you got that little voice going, but I really, really want to, you know?
Photography is fun, but I mean, why the heck would you want to do that in the middle of a battle zone? Why would you do that?
I don't know. Some people are drawn to the excitement, I guess, and I've always been drawn to other cultures. I always want to travel, and seeing it on the news, you know, I thought, why not? I was young and didn't have any responsibilities at the time, so I wanted to figure out a way to get there, and the Air Force seemed like a perfectly good venue. So I joined and I got into an elite unit called Combat Camera, and they pretty much just set me loose to run around and document wherever there was things happening.
Do you get to carry an M16? And,
usually a 9mm, because it's hard to shoot with all that big stuff on. Put it in my flight suit pocket down
I hear you.
there.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Scary?
Yes. There was some times, like Panama was my very first duty assignment. They sent me straight direct duty from basic training to Panama, and then within 2 months there was an invasion, and you know, they turned the bowling alley into a morgue, and there was people being trucked in, and I had to go photograph that, and I was like, ooh, this is, I didn't know what I was in for, but I found out that that camera kind of put that filter between me and what was going on, and it gave me a purpose for being there, so I just kind of let that lead.
I will tell you, you know, as many things as I've had photographed, as many times as I've been around people, very rarely do you find somebody that captures the image. I mean, there are a lot of pictures out there, and I take millions of pictures, but the image, I think the difference between you and most people that take pictures is you've got this knack.
It's called the moment, the decisive moment. If you read Cartier-Bresson, talks about that. That's the peak.
You didn't say something bad to me just now, did you?
No, that was
okay,
French.
Go ahead.
Cartier-Bresson.
Okay.
And he coined the term the decisive moment, that there's a famous picture of a guy jumping over a puddle, and you see his reflection, and his foot's just caught in midair. And that's what he used for his iconic image. And that's the thing. I had a teacher tell me, you watch like the world is a stage and everybody's a player. And when it starts to crescendo, you can almost tell. And that's when you really start, you know, focusing in on the action, and you just keep on that and don't let anything else get in the way. Just focus on those characters that really are playing the main part, and keep shooting it, and you'll get it.